People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do what you do. So I had this great conversation with a young entrepreneur the other day who is absolutely just a maniac, right? I mean, he's a really interesting character, and he was talking to me about kind of where his business is and where the strategy is, and I asked him some really kind of difficult questions that he had to be introspective about. He was talking about sales and about his organization and about growing his organization, having people in the right positions, and the most important question, I think the most important thing that came out of our conversation was really identifying like his defining, mission statement, or and not like the tacky like, oh, I want to, save the world and do this. And it was a really kind of the glue that holds that organization. Like, what's your secret sauce? Simon Sinek talks about that you start with why. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do what you do. And I think that when you are, emphatically committed to this why statement, to this, defining course that you set yourself on, that's the difference maker for everything. It's a difference maker when you recruit somebody to your organization because they want to be part of something that's achieving, that's accomplished, that's going somewhere. And it's also the reason that a client says yes to your value proposition, right? This is a guy who, in his marketing company, is out creating attention, grabbing attention, because his creativity is bombastic. It's not like anything else, and so you don't get it from another firm, right? This guy for American Greetings went out and wrapped his entire house with wrapping paper in July, right? He brought Christmas in July to Ohio and got all sorts of attention. And I think, what my conversation with him was about was that's the essence of what you bring. It's that creativity, it's that level of attention. That got you on the news, that got you, and that's the reason that people are gonna wanna be part of what you're doing. And, it's funny because as I talked to him, his day-to-day, like what he was, the way he described himself is, I'm a marketing company. No, you're not. You are so far away from a marketing company. You grab attention. Like, what you do is beyond that. And so if a business that you're working with wants to, be able to capitalize on your unique perspective, on your way to grab attention, that's what they get when they work for you. When you empower your salespeople with a powerful message like that, it's the easiest thing that they ever do, right? Because businesses, continue to meander through their existence and they don't get to grow. And so now that salesperson has a real story that they can grab onto. In my organization, I talk about it all the time, but this idea that you have a litmus by which every single day you wake up and you think about, how do I go and do that? So for all of my managers, all my regional managers that are across our organization, all 80 of them, those guys, when they wake up in the morning, their number one priority is, how do I make my business a place where entrepreneurs thrive? A place where we teach people that lack the idea, that lack the capital, or lack the know-how, how to be an entrepreneur, right? And also, how do we go out and help the American businesses that are under attack, right? That it's never been more difficult to survive than it is right now. And we are the provider of the American dream and the protector of it. And I think that when they wake up thinking about, what can I do to make my business better today, right? What can I do to create that environment, to uphold those ideals? That gives them a path to run on, right? And every decision is held to that litmus. I think that businesses that lack this central, kind of ideal or this central idea kind of meander. They never find their own voice. And I think it's probably one of the most important things that you can give to yourself or your business. And, and it's something that everyone rallies around, right? When you want to go out and make a difference, when you want to go out and you want to help people, whether it's help them in their career or help them, be more successful, that's what that's what business is about, right? It's not about getting. It's about giving. It's about what you can bring. And when you go in sales and in entrepreneurism and in business, when you switch from trying to get what you want to trying to give to what your customers need, that's the difference, right? And whether those customers are the employees that work for you or whether it's a company that you're going to do business with, when you find your defining moment, when you find that central theme, everything gets easier, right? Everything becomes clear. All the noise kind of separates and falls away, and you can get focused. And I think focus is really, what you need to be successful.